Hello everyone, my name is Henning and I'm Senior Director of Industry Solutions at Unity, and today I have with me Daniel from our Unity Studio team and David from our Asset Manager and Asset Transformer team. Sarah already touched on this earlier today, and I'm happy to expand further on our offering. Our goal is to build the right ecosystem to meet your industry needs. Whether you're creating a connected digital twin, an XR training experience, or a web-based product configurator. We want to ensure you have the workflows and tools to bring your vision to life. From transforming and managing CAD and BIM data with Asset Manager and Transformer, to building feature-rich applications across more than 25 platforms with our editor and runtime technology, and now with our fully web-based Unity Studio solution, creating has never been easier. Anyone can bring their ideas to life, from concept all the way to interactive experience, helping you turn ideas into reality, efficiently, at scale, and across devices. When we look at the needs of industry customers, three areas consistently stood out. First, delivering top quality and performance on any device. Teams want workflows, whether it's high-end workstation, a PC, XR headset, creators need consistent high-fidelity visuals and reliable performance for complex real-time 3D experiences. Second, enabling faster and easier real-time 3D application creation. Teams want workflows, tooling, and automation that let them iterate quickly, reduce friction, and focus on creativity instead of setup or troubleshooting. And third, providing more efficient way to ingest and manage CAD data. Many industrial projects rely on large, complex assets, making it easy to bring these into Unity without losing fidelity is key to accelerating design reviews, simulations, and interactive experiences. These three clusters define our focus for industry customers, ensuring that Unity is not just a tool, but a scalable, high-performance platforms for real-time 3D creation. In the next 30 minutes, we'll guide you through our product portfolio and highlight both what is available today and what the future will bring. Of course, we can only cover so much in this 30 minutes, so please also watch the keynote tomorrow, go to the breakout sessions, and reach out to our team. We're here the whole day and the whole week to support you. And with that, let's start with the key and core of our industry portfolio, the Unity editor. With Unity 6, we've put a major focus on performance for high-end platforms, the environments where industry customers push the limits of real-time visualization. We've optimized the graphics pipeline to cut CPU usage in complex projects up to 40%, reduced stutter during playbacks and reviews, and lowered memory demands for ray tracing by as much as 75%. These improvements mean smoother design reviews, more responsive configurators, and more scalable visualization pipelines, enabling teams to work confidently with massive models and high-fidelity assets on the big screens. While desktop PCs are large screens remain critical for many use cases and users, we've heard you loud and clear. The web is getting more and more important. That's why with Unity 6, we've made the web a true first-class platform. You can now deliver rich 3D content directly in mobile browsers, web views, or as progressive web apps, all with performance that feels really native. With Web GPU now supported across all major browsers, Unity projects can now tap into advanced GPU features from compute shaders to GPU-driven rendering, bringing desktop fidelity directly to the browser. Now, early tests of HTTP2 and gRPC on Android show promising results. Just by using these defaults, our current internal tests have showed server load drop by 40%, and on device CPU load fell 15 to 20%. On top of that, our new build and startup optimizations make load time significantly faster. Users can jump in instantly, whether it's an interactive configurator, a digital showroom, or an instant game. The web is quickly becoming one of the most important, powerful, and flexible channels of the real-time 3D. And Unity is here to make you take full advantage of it. XR is becoming a core part of how industrial teams work. From immersive training to design reviews and product demonstrations, many of those experiences are built on MetaQuest, valued for its accessibility and portability. With Unity 6, we've made it faster and easier for teams to create and deploy XR applications. Setup and build processes are simpler, so teams can move from concept to deployment more quickly and fewer technical hurdles. We've also introduced ready-to-use templates for multiplayer and collaborative XR, helping teams to bring people together on shared virtual spaces for design, training, and simulation. On the visual side, Unity 6 delivers high fidelity with smoother performance, enabling richer, more realistic experience on mobile hardware. Looking ahead, we're extending immersion with features like occlusion and real-time 3D reconstruction, blending digital and physical world into one experience. Together, these improvements mean faster iteration, higher quality visuals, and more engaging XR experiences, empowering industry creators to focus on outcomes and not on complexity. Lighting is one of the biggest factors for realism. But today, Unity doesn't really provide a scalable solution for fully dynamic global illumination. That's something many of you have asked for, and we took that challenge. Our goal is to deliver a competitive, performant, and user-friendly GI system that works consistently across platforms and devices. With Surface Cache GI, creators can iterate faster without time-consuming light map baking or UV preparation, while getting dynamic indirect lighting that works naturally in complex scenes. It also supports runtime changes like destruction, construction, or even fully procedural user-generated worlds. So your lighting adapts instantly as your content evolves. This is a big step forward, making Unity's lighting pipeline both more powerful and more accessible, whether you're building simulations or industrial immersive experiences. So this example shows a possible solution for supporting punctual lights like spotlights with Surface Cache GI. Imagine a character walking through an urban environment at night holding a flashlight. Surface Cache GI is an exciting feature, and we're also working to bring it to mobile devices. At the moment, we're targeting performance equivalent to an iPhone 13 or better. This lets your content look great immediately without any preparation steps. But performance is not only about graphics, physics, or lighting. It's also about how efficiently your team can work. Faster iterations and fewer configuration mistakes directly translate into better results, shorter development cycles. With Unity 6.1, Project Auditor is now an official package, providing a structured, static analysis of scripts, assets, settings, and builds. With a single click, it gives clear report highlighting potential issues and actionable guidance to fix them. Looking ahead, we're bringing similar insights to the Unity Profiler 6.3, giving you a summary of top memory allocations, time-costly functions, so your team can focus quickly on real bottlenecks. The end result is smarter workflows, faster iterations, and the ability to ship high-fidelity, complex projects efficiently, helping industry teams move from concept to delivery with more impact. Finally, we're revamping one of our most fundamental features in Unity Editor, hierarchy and search. These tools used hundreds, if not thousands times a day by every single user. So even smallest adjustments and improvements have huge impact on productivity. We're looking to make you more efficient with interacting with the scene graph by giving you more options in fewer clicks. Rewritten in UI Toolkit, the new hierarchy is snappier, more responsive, and provides more information right there in context. The new search experience is similar. It's always available, snappier, and faster, allowing you to get the results quicker than ever. And speaking of making creation easier, our next topic is Unity Studio. And with that, I give over to Daniel.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Henning. So many companies want to create real-time 3D applications, but not everyone has the expertise to actually make them. And this is where Unity Studio comes in. The goal of Unity Studio is to enable more people in your company to create real-time 3D content. And it actually starts when you open the application the first time. It runs in the web browser. You don't need to install anything. A part of Unity's product lineup is the so-called asset transformer. It basically enables you to take all your files, whether it's CAD files or something else, and convert them into something that is usable in a 3D editor. And this asset transformer is natively integrated into Unity Studio. So no matter of what kind of files you have, they just work in Unity Studio. But it's not just about making it simpler to import your data. It's also important that you are able to publish whatever you created. And this is where the one-click publishing of Unity Studio comes in. You don't have to worry anymore about build settings or where do I host this. You just click one button, you get a URL, a link, and you can send it via email, via Teams, or via Slack to anyone else in your company to check out your project. Let's look at the road ahead of Unity Studio. After all, it's just started better, it's an early product. But honestly, with Unity Studio, it's a little bit like with AI. So everything that we told you 4 or 5 weeks ago what is possible is already outdated. So we're really making progress really fast on this application. You will see it later in the live demo. One thing that we want to add very soon is real-time collaboration. This would enable multiple people to work at the same project at the same time. And in combination with commenting, this brings workflows that you know from the web browser from tools like Figma directly to the 3D editing world. But collaboration doesn't stop there. For us, collaboration is also enabling people from the editor to work with people from Unity Studio. And the first step here is that we enable you to export to your Unity Studio project to the editor. And last, but certainly not least, there's also AI. We just shipped our very first AI feature to Unity Studio. It enables you to take a basic-looking scene and upscale it significantly, so you get a high-end render that otherwise might take days to set up. We're going to add more of those AI features in the future. For example, a feature to generate logic dynamically and more. And we really think if we add all of those things together, real-time collaboration, studio editor connectivity, and AI innovation, we can enable significantly more people across the globe to build real-time 3D applications for industry. And as mentioned earlier, this is just, again, the chance to get your phones up if you didn't have the time before because it was too short. So here's the QR code. Go to the campaign page and really share this link within your company. It's really important for us to get your feedback. We really want to get this right. We want to tailor this product to the industry audience. So get this link and do not only share it with the Unity developers, specifically share it in your company with the people who don't know how to use the Unity editor. Unity Studio uses the asset manager. It uses the asset transformer, but also the asset manager, which is a core piece of our industry strategy. And we also there have an exciting roadmap ahead of us. David, take it away.
Thank you. So we've talked about the Unity editor, what's coming up there, and Daniel just showcased Studio. But as Sarah mentioned, there's another reality. The elephant in the room is really how do you manage those CAD assets? Because getting CAD and BIM data into the editor for real-time ready is still a very, very challenging thing. It requires specialized skills, which really limits kind of who and how much real-time content can be used across your company. So this is where Asset Manager and Asset Transformer come in. They've been built from the ground up to handle these problems. And not only do they allow content creators to actually get CAD and BIM data into the editor, but they allow anyone to self-serve, which means that anyone can upload their CAD or BIM models and have them real-time ready in just a second to see, review, and collaborate in context. So Asset Manager's first year out of beta has actually been kind of wild. We've seen it used in healthcare, we've seen it used in auto and AEC, pretty much anywhere you can think of. And the feedback's been great. The first thing we did with Asset Manager is, of course, support virtual private cloud. That was the first thing that everyone wanted. And we're happy to say that we actually are there this year. We have our SOC 2 compliance process in place, type 1, and moving towards SOC 2 type 2 compliance. And we have our editor integration now, which has made significant progress. It's now the main way people are contributing assets to Asset Manager. We've also made massive improvements to our data streaming technology, which allows you to upload big, and I mean really massive models to Asset Manager, stream them directly into your browser, even on my 6-year-old laptop. It's pretty impressive. You'll see a demo of it in just a second. And on top of that, we've made significant improvements to our viewer and our collaboration features. You can now add comments, threads, versions, sketches, comment to people, and share links directly in your browser, and essentially comment directly in your 3D scene as well. If you haven't seen those features, you're missing out. You should totally check them out. But we've only scratched the surface. Essentially, now that we've had all this feedback, one thing is very clear from all of you is that we need to make sharing assets even easier, simpler, at the click of a button. We're going to continue focus on security and deployment first, effectively simplifying our architecture, making sure that it's easier to deploy across the board. We're continuing our SOC 2 compliance process, and assuming that we pass our audits, it's going to be coming up in a few months. We're also going to work towards on-prem supports in the coming year. Now, we're also wanting to make it easier, like I said, to share assets. So we're going to give you access, full-grained access to sharing single files, single folders, single assets, but also easing the process of sharing so that you don't have to manage seats and permissions and licenses as much, kind of what you expect from a sharing solution, so that really sharing can be as easy as clicking a button. At the same time, we're going to make improvements to our storage backend. We're going to use our own plastic solution, which has been tailored to support large files, so that uploading folders, files can be as efficient as it can, faster, but also more reliable when you're uploading like thousands of files in a batch, especially when you're dealing with large assemblies. And finally, we're going to look at ways to leverage AI in our search bar so that you don't have to be just as precise with your search terms when looking for stuff when you have tens and thousands of assets in Asset Manager. Now, behind the scenes of Asset Manager, we talked about Asset Transformer. This is really the thing that powers all the optimizations and all the transformations in Asset Manager. This year, we've released the Asset Transformer SDK. It's a standalone library. It has C++, C#, Python bindings, so you can create your own pipelines, deploy them anywhere you want. And because it's a standalone library, you're free to put it anywhere, including on-prem. Now, for example, SDK is what powers the optimize and convert feature in Asset Manager, which lets you convert from and to any file format. It also lets you do simple operations like decimation, not object replacement, repairs, hidden object removal, merge by materials, essentially the standard optimizations that you do like 90% of the time. But our new feature, new shiny thing that we're playing with is called pipeline automation. As the name suggests, it allows you to automate some pipelines and essentially create some automations based on events or schedules. So for example, if you want to run an optimize and convert pipeline with specific parameters for every single app set that goes on a single folder, you can set that up in pipeline automation. This is really where the magic happens. Our roadmap for pipeline automations is to let you essentially create pipelines in the way you want, in the context that you want. We're, of course, going to let you use Transformer SDKs to create pipelines, so you can write your own scripts, upload them to pipeline automation, and have that run as a pipeline. We're also going to look at how we can use the rule engine in the editor that's offered by Toolkit to essentially use that to create your pipelines there, and see how AI can assist you in creating those pipelines so that it's just easier and more iterative to create those pipelines and scale them. We support custom apps and actions, so you'll be able to have your own integrations. Say a PLM system needs to communicate with Asset Manager, like Teamcenter or Windchill. Or you can connect to your own storage, like an S3 bucket. And we even support Docker images so that if you have complex pipelines or complex needs, like supporting your own data format, you can upload your Docker and run that in pipeline automations. This is really the thing I'm the most excited about. It unlocks kind of the whole power of the ecosystem. It's flexible and it brings our entire solution together, and you'll get a pretty cool demo of this in just a second. But before that, back to Henning. Well.
So between Unity Editor, Unity Studio, Asset Manager, and Asset Transformer, we now cover the full breadth of what is needed to democratize real-time 3D. Across an entire organization, unlocking the true potential of real-time 3D. And those of you who want to get deeper, I recommend a few things. Sign up for Unity Studio. You heard it already twice. Please do that. It's really amazing. This is what I'm actually most excited about. And explore what you can build with it. Check out our Asset Manager session tomorrow at Unite, and stop by the demo stations over at Unite tomorrow and check out what the team has built for you to explore. And with that, next, I'd like to call on stage Simon, Matthew, Jerome, and again Daniel, to go from gray theory into real exploration of our solutions. They put up a great demo for you, so put your hands together for the guys. It's going to be great. Have fun.